Alright, the last thing I like to talk about welding, and the most important one, is the safety. So, if you notice a while ago, I was wearing so much things when I was doing welding. And those things are necessary. We call that personal protective equipment, or PPEs. So right now, I'm wearing this denim apron. So this will protect me from the welding sparks, because as you do your welding, there will be sparks or splatter that will fly around, and you want to protect your body from it. It's hot, it will burn through your clothes. You notice also that I was wearing this. So this one, you wear it through your hands like that. So it's like a welding sleeves. It's also made out of denim. It protects your hands again from the sparks, from the splatter of the welding. And aside from that, it's also protecting your hands or your skin from the UV radiation. Now, whenever you do welding, the number one hazard in welding is what we call UV exposure, ultraviolet light exposure. So whenever you do welding, the arcing effect of welding will generate a lot of UV radiation that can burn through, it basically burns everything, your skin, your eyes, everything. So you have to protect yourself from it, and that's why you have to wear this. So just a few seconds of exposure to UV radiation from welding, maybe 5 seconds, you really feel that you're gonna get some kind of a sunburn. It's really bad, and you don't want that to happen. You also need welding gloves. So this is made from cowhide, so it's very thick, and it will protect again your fingers from UV radiation and splatter. I also wear this. It's not necessary if you have a well ventilated area, but I always use this whenever I do welding, because the flux, when it burns, it creates a lot of smoke, and those smoke are really bad. You don't want to inhale it. That's why whenever you do welding, you have to be in a well ventilated area, and if possible, wear a respirator. I also wear a safety shield or safety goggles, even if I already have a welding mask. Now, the reason why I wear this is because, again, whenever I do welding, there are splatter, and sometimes it can pass through the shield and go to your face or eye. That's why I still wear this even if I already have our welding mask. So, welding mask. So this is a typical welding mask. So the lens here is really dark. You cannot see through it. So if you try to look through it, you cannot see anything. The only thing that you could see here is the actual welding arc. Okay, so you need this. This is not optional, right? So if you see those people welding without this, they are not doing it properly. Okay? I don't know if you notice those workers or in the welding shop, that they just use a how do you call that? A shades to protect their eyes. That's not good. That only means that they are not properly trained with welding. Even if they say, I'm used to it, sanay na kami dyan, I've been doing this for years, that's probably or they have some kind of long-term damage in his eyes. Remember, if the UV can burn your skin, it can burn your eyes much faster, because our eyes is very sensitive, and exposure to UV is really bad. We call that the welder's eye. Just seconds of exposure to the UV radiation in your eye will give you what you call welder's eye. Welder's eye is basically where your eye has parang sunburn. So if the doctor looks at it closely, they will see there's like parang blisters, in the surface of your eye, and it really hurts. it feels like there's sand stuck in your eye and you cannot remove it. It's gonna last for like 2 to 3 days, even sometimes 5 days. It's very bad. And the number one cause of welder's eye is UV radiation. That's why you need a welding mask. Sometimes they say it is the cause of the smoke, but that's a myth. It's not true. The number one cause of welder's eye again is UV radiation. Alright? That's why, again, I keep on repeating it. Always have a welding mask. Just like this one. Okay? You could see those welding masks that can only protect your eyes. That's okay. The problem is it doesn't protect the rest of your face. So for that one, if you're gonna use that one, you will have to cover your face with, you know, like a how do you call that, balaclava or a shirt, you know, over your face, and then use that you know, eye protection that only protects your eye. So that's good as long as you protect the rest of your face. What else? Oh yeah, another one. Remember, welding has your positive and negative, right? And the current that passes through here is really high, that when you touch these two things together, you get electrocuted. So that's another danger. The good thing is, the welding holder has a good protection. If you notice, everything is covered with plastic that can withstand high amounts of heat. So this is like a ceramic material. This is like a very dense plastic. So, you know, as long as you hold it like this, you don't the risk of electrocution will be minimized. Because if I hold it like this, and even if I hold my metal piece like that, I will not get electrocuted because this is well insulated. The only time that you get scared if this one, you know, breaks down, if it has cracks and all the copper conductive material is exposed, sometimes this becomes damaged, then that's the time you have to replace your electrode holder or your welding rod holder. Now, most of the time, not most of the time, but for many professional, you know, welders, they don't replace this. But I always replace it in my shop. In fact, I always have a spare one of an electrode holder, you know, ready to go. Yeah, just to prove you that I follow proper safety. This is a spare one, and this is the one that I'm currently using. Again, when you do welding, it's creating a lot of heat. Now, if you have a table out of wood and you weld over it, let's say, assuming this is wood, right? And then I have pieces of metal that I want to weld on it, right? Then once you start your welding, that wood material will definitely burn. And that's another hazard that you have to watch out. Alright, so whenever you weld anything, make sure that you're in a place that has, you know, free from fuel, free from things that can get burned. You know, like rubber materials, you have to avoid those things. Wood materials, paper. So you have to, you know, make sure that you are in a safe place. You also need safety protection for your foot. So I'm wearing a safety shoes. So this has steel toe. I've been using it quite a lot. So it has so much paint and stuff, but it's still good. So steel toe, very thick. So even if the welding splatter goes here, it doesn't go inside your foot. So okay, so there we have it. I've shown you some very basic stuff about shielded metal arc welding. We did some demonstration. I hope you've you know, learned something, and we'll see each other next time. Goodbye.